can you start this song over? But don't start it until I point at you. This is not gonna read well. This is not gonna be as funny as I think it is. I'm gonna prefix it with this though. Wait. Okay.
I wanna get that.
Yeah. You ready? Okay. Hey, welcome to the podcast, hosted by.
Hey there, everybody. I'm Who's. Welcome to Garagecast.
Alright, stop it.
That's what we call a
Cool
cold
it.
open, baby.
Whose is this?
And to my left is my lovely co-host who I share a mic with.
It's me, Ellie, the tattoo artist, who also does art and comic books and maybe clock tower animations now. Who knows?
Ooh, that's some nice foreshadowing.
Yeah.
Who
And
knows?
in front of us,
Who knows?
the lovely duo team of...
Me. I guess it's always me who goes first. Aiden. That's me. You can follow me at AidenXW on Instagram. Yep.
And Darby, we were unprepared to start.
You know what? Yeah.
Yeah.
you know
Welcome to
what?
life.
Yeah, that was a cold open I wasn't
Before
expecting.
we
but...
start, can I propose a question?
Yeah.
When does a tostada become
God.
nachos?
Oh my god.
I feel like I want to guess the answer to this. I
You
feel
know what?
like
Can we try to
should.
guess the answer to this?
Okay, one
When
second.
does a
let me-
tostada become nachos?
Do you not remember this, Ellie?
Is it
She might not.
Oh my god. If you add nacho cheese?
No. So it's not
That
like
was
a
a very
riddle.
scientific
It's
answer.
not a riddle. Y'all had a conversation about this.
Oh.
Wait,
Yeah.
what?
Wait. No, yeah, for real, actually, no.
In
We've already
depth.
had this
Oh,
conversation before.
If this isn't a joke, a tostada becomes nachos when you break up the tostada into chips.
Yeah.
Then it's nachos. It's not nacho. It's not a tostada if it's broken.
Wait, this wasn't like some stupid pun?
No, apparently it's like legitimately just an actual question.
No, it was just
But yeah, no, a tostada is no longer a tostada if you break. Like, what's the only thing that differs from a tostada to nachos? Is like whether or not the base of the thing you're eating is a bunch of small broken chip pieces, or if it is one large circle chip.
This now raises the question in my mind of I didn't know what a tostada was until you
Do you want?
just.
well,
You live
You
in
don't know what a
California.
tostada is?
I actually have no idea what a tostada is. I've never ordered a tostada before.
It's-
I
okay,
don't
so
like that you're saying tostada.
Let me tell you what a
Tostada.
tostada is. It's a.
Well, I mean,
That also sounds like a piece of bread doing magic.
It's basically.
Tostada.
if
When
you
did
ta- if
Aiden
you-
become Darby? And everybody's interrupting him every 5 seconds. Let the man talk.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate you defending me when I can't talk and not Darby.
honestly though, I was like, yeah, thanks for speaking up for the dude that's next to me.
I just love how you hit the mic so hard.
I was trying to help.
A tostada. Yes.
Nothing.
What does Darby want to say? Right
Darby, what do you want to say?
now? Darby?
Darby, do you have
Darby
anything you
didn't
want to say?
realize she was talking out loud. That's all.
Dude,
You guys know
sing.
that this is episode 10?
What?
No, it is not.
We're double We are not. It's episode 7.
No.
Oh, yes.
But the last
Oh,
one we
no.
put out was
How did you
6.
lose
Aiden-
3 episodes?
The last one was 6, right?
Yeah.
So
It's-
This is technically 8.
8.
It's 9. Is it 8?
Oh my god,
We
we can't.
fucked up our-
No, we
that's
didn't.
bleeped.
We didn't.
We messed up our whole numbers.
Right, no, yeah.
The
I
Star
got
Wars
it. We're
episode
good.
is episode 6.
Because the Christmas episode and the Forgotten episode.
Yeah,
are
no,
not
sneaking
counted
doesn't
in the
exist.
normal triac.
Yes,
Yeah,
got it.
There you go.
Yeah.
The last episode that came out is survival horror.
Sorry, this is the 9th
No.
total episode. Yes.
recording these, Alenthers.
Oh yeah, this is episode 8.
Wow.
Yeah, no, this is
We're all idiots. It's
we
cool.
totally know.
We're
man.
professionals.
I am not an idiot.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad that episode did super well and got 5 likes.
So, anyways, a tostada.
Why do you keep doing that?
I mean, it is more than she said last time.
See, we're
So-
getting better.
Anyways, Parker,
Prophecy.
a tostada is a fried tortilla that you put beans and meat and cheese on and other,
So it's a boring taco.
like a flat taco.
What?
Yeah.
It's a flat taco.
You-
Yeah.
There was
Does a C shape make things more exciting for you?
Okay, but tacos are not shaped like a C.
Well, I mean, if they're circle and you fold it in half, it's a C circle, right?
No, but they're kind of shaped like
Semicircle.
U's,
It's a semicircle.
It's a semicircle.
which is a U.
Yeah, a U is just a different shaped C.
I mean, it's kind of a D. There's a flat side and a round side.
Depends
I
on what
think
way you're
Parker's
looking at it.
thinking about
It's
it,
all about
looking at it
perspective.
from...
Okay, so how do you
So
eat
this
a
is a
tostada?
V.
I am showing my...
Dude, very carefully, honestly,
Like
I don't
this.
like tostadas because a lot of the time you like, imagine if you had, like, Tensor's floating disc made out of a tortilla, right?
That sounds awful.
Except it's not Tensor's floating disc because that was just a D&D reference, and Tensor's is, like, 10 feet by 10 feet, and this is, like, I think it's 5 feet by 5 feet, but this is, like, a
5 inches by 5
5 inches by 5 inches. A very small Tensor's floating disc made out of tortilla.
Yeah.
Like,
You eat
fried
it like
tortilla.
this.
Like-
And then you pile up a bunch of nacho,
I know that people
a
can't
bunch
see
of,
my
like,
hand.
You just
like
eat it like
meat-
flat?
Like
and
a
you,
plate.
Right, like a plate. It's
Like
like
if
you
you
have
were
a plate
eating
made
a
out
plate.
of a thing, and you piled up a bunch of,
Won't
like,
it just fall everywhere?
a bunch of taco fixings
Yeah.
on
Depends
it.
on if
and then
you're
you,
eating it carefully.
But here's the
enough.
thing. You bite it, and the entire taco, like, glass
Disintegrates.
shatters
Like it's full.
underneath you, and everything
That sounds horrific.
in the taco just falls onto the plate or
tostada.
on the tostada onto you or onto the plate. So I always just take the tostada and I break up the tostada into,
And you make nachos.
And I make nachos, but I always was like, yeah, we're having tostadas, and Aiden's like, not you. You're not having tostadas.
okay, but
you're
That's
eating
not
nachos.
actually how that
That's
happened.
pretty
How
smart,
did
though.
how did it happen then?
I remembered it before I said that's not how it happened. It did happen in the car on our way back from Disneyland, though. We were talking about tostadas because we were remembering a story about our sister's husband not knowing what a tostada
Okay,
was. He's
shout
from
out to
Alabama.
Taylor, thank you for serving our country, and
Yeah,
also
and also
for
Kaylee.
knowing a lot about
For
video games and
marrying
being such a
Taylor.
good husband to Kaylee.
Apparently liking
Shout out to Taylor.
tostadas.
So Taylor is from Alabama. Yes.
He doesn't know what a tostada is.
Apparently
he
neither does
comes
Parker.
into the living room holding a tostada with meat, beans, cheese, and then another tostada on top of it. And we all look at him like,
It's a
What,
sandwich.
what do you...
I
what do
don't
you-
remember this, but he made a tostada sandwich.
Yeah, we all turned to him like, what do you think you're holding right there? And he's like, I don't know what a tostada is.
Oh.
And we all laughed at him.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a funny moment.
To be fair,
Yeah.
okay, I'm with Taylor on that though. That's probably what I would have done. I would have tried to like fold the tostada and it just breaks, and I'm like, I don't know what to do.
Who fried these tacos wrong? I love that we haven't even gotten to the theme.
No,
yet,
we just
and
did
we're
a
just talking
rant
about
on Mexican
tostadas.
food. That's great.
However, before we get to the theme,
Oh,
we should continue this of I feel like we should start it with a different person this time. So hey Darby, did you do anything interesting or fun this week?
No.
Neat. Aiden?
I made the clip for the last the
No.
I made a clip for episode 6 to go onto the
6.
Garagecast Instagram, which was kind of cool.
I
I did
feel
it in
like-
like 5 minutes.
Nice.
yeah, no.
Getting work done.
I appreciate that you're helping me out with that.
I mean Darby, helping Darby out.
So
Yeah, helping Darby
I spelled
I
Darby
will
wrong.
literally make you edit this out.
I
Autocorrect.
spelled Darby wrong.
We have an illusion that we must maintain.
What do you mean illusion?
right.
Darby's our editor.
Yeah.
Oh. Speaking of illusions, that is a reference. You said that. I don't know what you said. We were talking about Star Wars. You said allegory was a thinly veiled reference, and
Right.
that is an illusion. ALL.
Darby with the receipts.
ION. Illusion.
Not illusion, illusion.
Yeah. So
Oh.
just so we're clear, a little bit of
A thinly veiled reference is an illusion.
yes.
Get
No,
Then
just
what
so you
is
know.
an allegory?
That has
I have
be
to bleep
edited
that.
out.
I don't know.
You mean Darby has to bleep that?
Because I thought that
yes.
the lion in The Lion,
Oh,
the Witch,
you're
and the
fine.
Wardrobe was an allegory for.
It is an allegory for something. Like an allegory. Shoot.
Why you always lying?
Why you always
Good job.
lying? Oh my god.
Is a story poem or picture that can be interpreted to reveal a
appreciate-
hidden meaning.
I appreciate how we're just sitting here.
Typically a moral or political
they're
one.
just-
I feel like
I feel like it's correct. However, you were. I believe what we were talking about. It was. You said like a thinly veiled reference, and I was like an illusion. But I didn't say it on the podcast because I wasn't listening to you.
right.
And I
Don't know how I can do
Copyright
without.
laws.
I just
Copyright
need you now.
So the theme for today,
You and I didn't say what we did this week.
oh, we didn't say.
Yeah,
what we did
do-
this
do
week. Oh,
something.
this has big. Okay. Well, Allie, what are you this week?
Well, as always, I did a lot of creative content production and working on my comic and playing a lot of D&D for ideas and inspirations, as well as welcomed a new player into a campaign that I play on Sunday, run by a great DM named Richard.
Who's that player?
Shout out to Richard. That player was who's? You.
Oh,
it was
pretty
you.
good. Oh, it was me. Oh, shit.
I wish we could have gotten Aiden, but unfortunately we got you. So
Bad dice roll. We rolled low.
yeah, we kind of.
You know how sometimes you press the random button in a fighting game and all of a sudden goes Dan Hibiki? Yeah, it was me. Good segue. Anyway, yeah, I got to be in the Sunday campaign.
It wasn't a segue because you didn't segue. You just said good segue, and it wasn't even a segue.
Let me have this moment.
We didn't say
Parker,
what it was
It
yet.
was a good segue.
Thanks, Aiden.
It would have been
I think-
if.
It would have been if you went. And the theme for this week.
I think that was the best segue we've ever had on this podcast.
It absolutely is, Parker.
Thanks,
Absolutely.
Aiden. Thanks, Aiden.
Aiden,
At all.
Stop enabling this behavior.
Okay, you know what? Real quick, shout out to Richard. You're really cool. You're
Yeah,
really awesome.
no, you're great,
Thank
man.
you
I
for all
love your
support
Sunday
and love.
campaign.
Yeah, he's a great DM. So what's the theme this week?
You
Parker?
didn't ask me how my week was.
I don't care at this point. I tried to do a thing. I tried to make us like seem like people that you can hang out with, you know, grab a beer with. But no one wants to grab a beer with you. What's the theme for this week?
You theoretically grab a beer with me almost every single day.
I know. What's the prompt?
However, I drink soda. Well,
Nice.
hey, Alanthers, what I did this last week, because I feel like I should talk about that. I've been gearing up to try to shoot a music video in this garage.
We keep forgetting to do that.
We do, because our camera person, the lovely Angel, I need to contact soon, make sure, because they have camera and they're decently good at that.
Shout out to Angel. Go follow them on Cosplay Quest.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Patreon.
We're gonna do a whole music video about D&D in this garage, because there's nothing better a blend than D&D and rap music.
Well, that's just a false statement. But
That
would
is
you
a-
like
that is
to?
an
Would you
oxymoron.
like to?
Well, I mean,
Oh, thanks, Darby. So, the theme today that we're gonna try to kind of surround with,
surprisingly,
is-
not tostadas.
surprisingly not tostadas. We could do a whole theme day about tostadas, though.
I
Apparently.
don't know if we could.
I don't think so. However, we could talk about Mexican food.
Well, if we gave Ellie the topic of food, she could run for it for an hour.
Absolutely.
But something that's very near and dear to my heart as someone who likes to believe he's in this community but doesn't do it enough. But fighting games, the beautiful fighting game community, and everything revolving the idea of punching somebody in a video game.
I'd rather
Competitively.
punch someone in real life.
I'm almost disappointed that we don't have one of our other friends as a guest star today.
Who would
for
that be?
someone who likes wrestling.
Ooh,
Right.
Phallic, my boy.
Yeah.
So I would want to just quickly go
Shout out to Valak. We love
around.
you.
we do.
we
love
miss you.
We miss you, Valak.
We miss you, man.
Hope you have fun in misery.
He doesn't.
No.
Not at
That's
all.
why it's called misery.
Yeah.
Wanted to go around and just ask the people in this room, what fighting games did you play growing up? If
Oh
any?
God.
I know you guys are big RPG nerds and big all of that jazz, but
Call me an RPG nerd.
yes, I called you an
I
RPG
will
nerd. We're
smack
sitting in a
you,
garage
boy.
filled with D&D things. You're an RPG nerd. So, Elanthrus, what fighting games did you have growing up?
Smash Brothers. Obviously, like what we were talking about growing up, right? I mean, Smash Brothers, Mortal Kombat, like Mortal Kombat for the. I feel like it was on like the Sega or something. Like it
Sega
was,
Genesis, 1993.
It was. Gee, if that's accurate, I'm incredibly impressed.
I believe it was 1993 because it was the only one that had the blood code in the SNES. When you punch somebody, he bled sand.
Yeah, I think I had it on Sega. And anyway, I played that, and then on the 64, I played Smash Brothers. And then I also played on the 64 this one game that was I don't know what it was called
Oh no!
at this point.
Cursed game.
It was like this fighting game where you played as like monsters.
Killer Instinct.
No, what was it? Is it
Killer Instinct, Clay Fighters.
not Clay Fighters? I did play Clay Fighters. My cousin in Bakersfield had Clay Fighters, and I always loved going over and playing that. And we would, because it would only be like during family get-togethers. But I like have distinct memories of me and like all of the younger cousins like hanging out and sitting together in a room, and then our older cousin George would come in, grab the controller, and like he would take a turn at playing fighting games, destroy all of us, and then go back to like kind of hanging out with the adults, but kind of not, because he was the oldest one.
What a man. Going to fight the kids and go back to the adults. This is interesting because this sounds like one of those games that everybody has where it's just the cursed game no one can remember.
Not Killer Instinct.
Was it War Gods?
No. That one. Biofreaks.
What?
Biofreaks.
That's...
So we're just gonna chill here.
Wow. Okay, that makes a lot of sense considering the monsters you create.
Yeah, it does
Oh my God.
actually.
For anybody that doesn't know, Biofreaks is one of those like very cheaply made N64 games by Age Tech and Midway. By Midway, that just came out when Mortal Kombat was dying. They were like, let's make a 3D fighter with weirdos, and that's just what it is. It's the most like bargain bin N64 fighting game you can find.
I loved it.
I mean, it's good. It's just bargain bin.
The character designs were so much more interesting than Mortal Kombat.
Mortal
you
Kombat
fight,
was-
like Ninja or Blue Ninja or Green Ninja,
Hey, that Green Ninja is fantastic.
or do you want to fight a dude that's got helicopter arms?
He did have Did he have Wait, what?
Helicopter arms.
Helicopter arms?
He could fly with them.
What the heck? What? No.
Yeah.
That's not a thing.
Yeah, no, it was a thing.
Like
I wasn't-
blades on his arms or helicopter arms?
Like he had like spinning helicopter blades as arms.
Don't look at me. I have no input.
Any other fighting games that you played growing up?
I feel like those were the big ones for me.
Aiden?
I know one game that we used to play a lot was Mortal Kombat versus DC.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yikes.
I used to play it a lot. I don't know if Ellie joined in playing it, but we did play it here a lot.
What was it?
Mortal Kombat versus DC.
We did play that a lot.
Yeah.
Well, the DC is strong in this family.
I realize that as I'm talking about the fighting games I grew up with, they're 100% not even close to the fighting games Aiden grew up with, because Aiden grew up with like fighting games on the 360.
Yeah. Which...
Did you ever look at the fatalities in Mortal Kombat versus DC?
No.
Because they're horrendous. Because the game is rated T for teen.
Of course it is.
And all the heroes get heroic brutalities.
Nice.
Batman throws a battering at you and a bunch of bats just swarm you and you fall down.
This man, helicopter blades.
What? That is what?
They pull to the side and he can.
We need to
fly
buy
away.
this game and somehow play it.
I have it.
You do?
Yeah, I have it somewhere.
Oh my god, Biofreaks Let's Play, let's go.
Okay.
My favorite is
we
that
have something that can run Biofreaks?
we could
We'd have to
some way.
find the 64.
We would find the 64. In MPK versus DCU, there's a super Kano's fatality is he hits you in the chest, you fall down, he jumps up, lands on you, and rolls away. And it's fatality, and it's like, yep, you broke his ribs. Thanks,
Yeah.
Kano.
Me and my friend from... Just waiting for them to show a picture.
You know, I apologize for that dead silence, but Ellie's showing me a gif of a Biofreaks character that's just a clown with big hammers, just spinning in circles.
Nice.
All of these characters, I'm now realizing,
Have influenced you so
If
much.
they weren't like really badly like shaped because of how old this game is,
You're terrified.
they're all like pretty dark monsters, like a metal minotaur. Metal minotaur.
Ancient sin.
Ancient sin. Ancient sin.
So Darby, what fighting games did you have growing up?
Okay, cool.
Oh, did you have more?
You
I
skipped
did,
Aiden
you
completely.
literally-
Oh, I apologize. Go.
Me and my friend from elementary school used to play a game called Dive Kick.
Dive
Kick.
memories
You used to
flowing
play-
into my brain.
You used to play Dive Kick?
Oh my god, I would play as Zubaz and just wreck people.
Dive Kick was a
No.
fucking stupid game. That has to get
That
bleeped.
is to be complete. It was a
No!
stupid game. That also has to get bleeped.
Yeah.
The whole fun fact, the whole game was designed by with the intent because the fighting game community got so like ridiculously like combo and like mechanics
Yeah.
heavy that someone was like, what if we just made a fighting game that was you hit with one button,
Just 2 buttons.
jump and kick.
Yeah. We'll dive and kick.
Yeah, okay, but you have to jump to be able to dive
Yeah.
because you can't just stand still and kick.
Yeah.
That'd be stupid.
One of the fighting characters in the Freaks game is just girl.
Wait, what?
Of course.
Yeah. Well, you know what is scary, Ellie? Cooties. You ever think about that?
I love how it's just a chick in a
Horrifying.
really like just an armor set. Delta is a female champion for
I
the
lost
current
one
state
of my
of New
friends
York.
in elementary school.
She
with
was
Cooties.
created by Detroit's General Kinetics G Corp.
Yeah.
Her speciality is speed, and she is touted as one of the fastest freaks on
No,
the
it's
game
chronic,
circuit.
so it's gonna get to them eventually.
Fastest freaks on the
All of them.
game circuit.
The weird thing for me is listening to Aiden talk about Dive Kick.
Yeah.
I was in middle school when Dive Kick came out.
Were you in middle school when Dive Kick came out?
Yeah.
I was in like the.
You were in
Like-
middle school in 2013?
Wasn't it 8th? Wait.
You were not in middle school in 2013.
When-
I was in middle school in
I was
2013.
I was in 8th grade when we were all talking about Dive Kick. So
Were you?
maybe
That Ellie, you are 7 years
maybe
older
we
than
just
me.
didn't
That
get to
age
talk
range.
about it.
Dive Kick was a 2013,
Release
2014
date was
game.
2013.
The first time I heard about Dive Kick was in 8th grade. Because Justin was talking about it.
When were you in 8th grade? That makes no sense.
Many moons ago.
Many
Don't make me do
lifetimes
this math.
ago.
7 years ago. What is 7 minus your age?
20.
Yeah.
Technically, it's negative 20, but.
You were not 20 years old in 8th grade. If you were 20 years old in
wait.
8th grade, you
Wait,
had
wait,
issues.
wait. It came out
Thank
when?
you.
Talk about
Every
it.
time Ellie had a
Stupid
test, she
senior.
was just playing
Yeah.
D&D in this garage.
Yeah, no, you're no.
No, you didn't like my
Not-
math joke?
When did Dive Kick come out? What?
The only person that
2013.
would like it was me.
And you didn't
and
like
I
it?
didn't like
Yeah.
it.
7 years ago. What? When was I
Yeah.
playing Dive Kick then? I could have
I don't
sworn
know,
I
what
talked
was 7
to.
years ago for you?
It was not.
What were you doing when you were 20?
For that logic, Dive Kick would have come out in like 2006.
Yeah.
No, what was I doing when I was 20 though?
What were you doing when you were
College.
20? You were in college?
Kind of. Yeah. Bink's mom and my friend at the time it convinced me to go to college. I took a few art classes and then bounced.
Nice.
So
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
Your timelines are all messed up.
Well, I'm pretty sure what the okay, I don't want to remember the past. This is hurting my brain.
I like how I said it was in 2013, and Ellie's like, yeah, when I was in middle school. I was like,
I
that's
don't
7 years
remember.
ago, and Ellie goes, what?
No, I was like 20. I was like,
Time
oh,
is a
wait.
concept of human perception.
No, that just means that when Dive Kick came out. See, the weird thing. Okay, so here's the thing. You know how like a lot of people base their memories off of like where they were at the time and like what they were doing. I've been in this house next to the school that I went to in 8th grade since I was in 8th grade.
Oh no. The timelines are shifty.
So anytime I think about it, I was like, well, was I at the school? And it was like, well, at what point? Because we go over to that park to fight still.
Fighting games. I like Super Street Fighter.
Ooh, which one?
Ooh.
Good question.
So Super Street Fighter.
In general.
Oh, that's right. You like
Blanka.
you like Blanka.
I love Blanka. My favorite character. Genevieve hates Blanka because that. Shout out to Genevieve. One of my best friends. We used to play it a whole lot.
You hear that? That's competition.
Hard eye contact with Ellie.
To be fair, one of my best friends.
Correct.
You're on a list.
And also,
No, it's fine.
Ellie.
Ooh, good Darby impersonation.
Wow. Oh. Also,
Shouldn't have
Ellie
laughed at that.
has already said that she killed Genevieve so she could be
Well-
my best friend.
Let's not say that I actually did it on the podcast. I've never actually committed murder, just for any like FBI
Really?
agents listening to this.
That's crazy.
I've never broken any laws.
It's kind of hard to kill someone with poo brain.
As in, I have poo brain, or try to kill somebody with poo brain, because those are two grossly different statements.
I love the idea of Ellie about to murder somebody going, I want coffee, and they're just walking away.
Ellie can't commit murder. She's got poo brain.
She's got poo brain.
However, the best game that is a fighting game is Rock'em Sock'ems. And it's the OG fighting game.
You're absolutely right.
It's the two guys in the little wrestling ring.
I'm quite familiar.
You're absolutely right.
Absolutely the best fighting game.
You're absolutely right.
Also, Aiden didn't start a timer, so
Oh.
we've just been
Well, that's not good.
So
Cider
where-
Starman.
No, do not start it at 120. You can start it at 45.
Also,
The timer Starman.
I don't do start the timer.
Oh, shoot, I just started.
What time are we at, Parker? On the
He doesn't know.
I was gonna say something and I completely blanked on it.
Well, of course.
Aiden's got the poo brain.
There's a good bit in there's a Yogscast video, which is one of their Minecraft Let's Plays, where they say the name of a restaurant, and then halfway through saying it, like the entire time they say the name of the restaurant, they go, Potato Restaurant. And halfway through them talking about this restaurant, they say, maybe we can't say the name of the restaurant. And then they go, hey, could you record this and say it over every time I say the name of the restaurant? So you never get to hear the name of the restaurant, but you do get to hear when they say the thing that goes over the recording.
I love that. I love that.
It's a really funny
that's
bit.
Quite good. That's
Yeah.
quite good. Or funnier than the Ox.
As I said.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Cut that.
The gauntlet has been thrown.
My-
You hear that, Yogscast? Who thinks we're funnier than
My
you?
coworkers
Come
turn
throw
on me.
down so that we can get very popular and not actually have to work for it.
I mean, to be fair, your insults at the Yogscast literally means nothing to them. It's like
that's
a
not even an insult. I
it's
just
like a
personally
flea
think
punching
we're
a
funnier
giant.
Than the Oxcast.
No, that's worse. You're attaching your stupid opinions to this podcast again, and I'm not having it. Stop it.
Parker's opinions are not the opinions of Garagecast or Garagecast.
Or
This is the
Garagecast
disclaimer we're gonna
affiliates.
put. This is the disclaimer we're gonna put at the beginning of every episode. Hi, welcome to Garagecast. The views of Parker do not relate to the entire grooves of the Garagecast company as a whole.
Bruce?
What?
Gru?
Now
Minions.
you're messing. All of this
Despicable
is going
Me.
at the beginning of every episode from now
Oh,
on.
okay, record it
So
again.
now it's no. That's
Well
it.
then,
It's going
why
in.
is that it? You said Grooze.
Right, that's going in. That's the disclaimer from now on.
Ellie, if you were a fighting game character, what would be your special moves?
Oh. Let's see.
Porn.
Sleeping. Yeah.
Sleeping?
Sleeping. Yeah.
Does that give you... Okay, that sleeping gives your health back.
Yeah. Sleeping
So,
gives my health
middle
back.
of the battlefield, you just go...
like Jigglypuff.
I roll the yellow dice into randomizer, and depending on how good the roll is, I'll either get a 1 and lose a bunch of health, or I'll get a anywhere from 2 to 20, and one of the many D&D characters that I've created will a summon come from one side of the screen towards the other side of the screen and just smash into a bunch of
So
people.
you have a Mr. Game & Watch hammer in the form of the yellow die.
I don't know what the Mr. Game & Watch hammer is, but sure.
Oh, jeez. And what's your third special move, and then what would be your finisher?
My third special move would be, I would pull out my
Drawing tablet.
and smack people with it.
That's your finisher?
Drawing tablet.
Wait,
Is
you're...
it
Drawing tablet. Drawing tablet.
No.
Drawing
Are
tablet.
we allowed
Double-
to...
Drawing tablet.
Should
So it's
we?
either-
Drawing
Or-
tablet.
Company?
Yeah, I don't think
Yeah,
we should.
no, it's fine.
Oh, believe that all.
hey, Darby. Later, can you just put drawing tablet?
I mean, you can say the name of companies.
Oh.
Yes, and we don't want to give them clout that they didn't deserve.
I mean,
I love that your finisher is smacking somebody with a drawing
That
tablet,
wasn't-
and your special move is a giant D&D monster.
That wasn't her finisher.
that was
No,
her.
That's my.
That was
you
the
said
third
another
special,
third
and then-
Oh, what's your
move.
finisher? I have poo brain.
I know.
All of our finishers is poo brain, and we just leave.
I mean, to be honest, if I had to have a finisher, my finisher would be I would snap at the other character, and the clock tower would appear behind me, and then they would just lose.
Darby, what are your special moves?
Anxiety attack.
Good.
I just give other people anxiety. I wish.
They start bleeding.
I mean,
It could be
not
like
really.
it could be like a scream attack.
So, one of them was gonna be crying.
Nice.
Nice.
There's that one video game where you cry. It's
Binding of Isaac.
Binding
Yeah.
Isaac. Yep.
that's my move.
So you just start
Crying.
streaming tears at the opponent.
Absolutely.
I don't know why that hurt me so much. It was a very accurate description of the game, but like for some reason, you just saying that one game where you cry, just like.
To be fair, that could be
really
any
just
video
hit
game.
me hard.
That could be any video game.
Does it
Okay.
hit you hard because you think the Binding of Isaac is a very good game?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, to be fair, I've maybe seen it played twice.
Yeah.
Anyway,
only
you
by
cried
you,
the opponent.
so-
You have an anxiety attack.
I mean, well, I just make them feel bad for me.
They start bleeding.
it would be like a shockwave attack. Knock them over.
Yeah.
You're like empathy, and they're like, oh god.
You just.
Oh, yeah.
You have anxiety. They're like, I have so many pills.
Absolutely, literally making other people feel bad
look
for
at all those
people.
ducks.
Not for me, but for other people and other things.
Oh my god, I'm hoarding
I'm
wealth.
so sorry, Aiden.
It's okay. I really hope that the viewers heard my joke in the midst of that.
Can one of your special moves be your awkward anxiety laugh?
No one else heard it.
Why you gotta
No,
do
that's,
Darby like this?
that's part of my anxiety attack.
Why you gotta
Oh, okay,
do
cool.
Darby like this?
They're my friend. I get to roast them.
Ooh. Her finisher is her dropping her glasses out of a moving car window.
Can't believe you
Why
brought
do you
that
want
up.
to do Darby like this?
I can't believe you just brought that up.
What hurts? Is it the glasses, the car, or the feeling of losing your glasses out of a moving car?
The worst part is I was
haven't been
singing "Let It Go,"
And she let him go.
and I turned.
That didn't mean your glasses, Darby.
we were coming home from like a show, and,
Yeah, it was
and
the
I'm
Book of
singing
Mormon.
"Let It Go," just a whole lot. It was a lot.
You were singing
And-
it to the other cars on the freeway.
I was about to get there, but thanks.
Oh. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I rolled down the window to sing to the car next to us, and I went, "Let it go," and turned, and my glasses flew off my head. Yeah,
How did you drive home?
I wasn't driving. My mother
good.
was driving.
So you had to get new glasses after
This
that,
was
I'm
before
guessing.
Darby drove.
Drove. I don't know if it was.
I'm guessing
It
you had to
was.
get new
Oh,
glasses.
it was because I no.
It was.
Have I had these glasses the whole time? Yeah, it was.
So what would be your finisher? Because I don't think that's the finisher.
I also don't think that's the finisher. I don't think that's funny.
I think it's fine.
Of course you do.
Darby summons Rabbit and runs them over.
Ooh.
Oh, her
Vic-
name is Bunny,
Oh.
Oh.
and I thought you meant just run over a rabbit, and then it makes my anxiety
again,
attack stronger.
Empathy.
No. I meant you summon Bunny and you run the opponent over with
Yes,
your
my
car.
lovely
Yeah.
You
car
could
bunny.
be an entire character based around just psychotic damage of like, now you feel bad.
True.
This buddy just died and I'm crying. What do you do about it?
Or-
Frank Miller Batman line.
Oh,
I know what pain is.
Darby-
and sometimes I like to share it with people like you.
Darby's
What?
finisher, she makes a math joke and the other person just doesn't understand it, so they just die.
My
Yell
God.
the hypotenuse
I-
at people
I-
and go in
I
one
think
straight
Aiden really got to the square root of the problem.
You're so stupid.
I'm sorry, I'm really dividing this podcast right now.
Aiden's bad jokes are multiplying.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but none
my
of those were
God.
clever.
No, not at all.
Well, I mean,
All right.
I thought they added up to something.
I hate you.
Okay, enough of Darby getting beaten up. Aiden, what are your special moves?
What are my
No,
special
no, no, no. Did you just say Dart beaten up and you were gonna roll around like that smooth? You just sit here smiling like, look at me, I'm so clever. Dart beaten up, let's go.
Parker,
Aiden.
that was a really good segue.
Thanks, man.
Dart beaten
No,
up.
it wasn't. Now on to a different thing is not a good segue.
It was a good segue.
Thank you, Darby.
What? A
Parker,
segue?
it was a good segue.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
No, it's not a segue.
Second best segue
Darby
we've
up.
had.
The first one was earlier.
Yeah.
Thanks.
No. Okay.
Aiden, what are your special moves?
moves?
You can wait,
good
when it's just us
question.
two, it's like I'm aiding you in battle. Kia, what's your special moves?
My special moves being better than everyone else at video games. What? What happened? I missed.
Is
something?
Ellie just staring at me?
She is. I got poo brain. I don't know what I missed.
He went, when we work together in a fighting game, it's like I'm aiding you.
It's Aiden.
It's an Aiden joke.
That's good.
No, it's not!
I don't ever hear Aiden jokes.
Ouchie, mama.
That's brilliant. I don't know. What are my special moves?
Cuffing.
Okay. Don't know where that came from.
The silence after it.
Cuffing.
I think it's bleeped too.
Is it?
What?
Do you know
Why
what
is
that means?
Cuffing.
Well, there's.
Oh,
There could be
that's
several
what
meanings.
she meant.
Oh.
I don't think he's good at that, though.
I don't know. He's my brother.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
What is the thing you called me the other day in a Facebook voice message?
Oh my God. Parker and I were talking about I think we were talking about Clock Tower and some brief production notes, and I said he said something dumb because it's Parker, and I said, you are a horrible garbage goblin man that I have for whatever reason tied myself to in the business equivalent of marriage, and I don't know why I've done so.
And then I made your anxiety spike for a solid 10 seconds.
And then
Parker
Darby-
in a voice memo. Sorry, Parker in a voice memo sent me, Aiden, you know me, sent me a message that said, "Hey, later today we need to talk."
Were you breaking up with Ellie?
I sent a voice memo. It was like, hey, don't worry about anything. Just later today, we need to have a face-on-face discussion about the future of Clock Tower or something like that. And
Still sounds like you're breaking up.
then like, I didn't know or just forgot that Ellie's the type of person that's like, just tell me now. Just tell me now. Because I got a voice message within 5 seconds that was 13 seconds long, and before I could listen to it, I got a phone call.
I sent a voice message and I was like, "No, this is taking too long." What the?
I mean, you
Why do I
forgot it
host
last
podcasts?
time, so.
Why
I
do I
don't
try
know.
to
Your
do
job
this?
is supposed to be to keep us on track. You're supposed to keep segueing back. Look,
Segueing.
every time Aiden is in charge, it's a great episode because Aiden keeps routing us back to the topic at hand.
You know
every
what's
time
really
it's
funny?
my turn, I route us back to the topic on hand. We constantly were talking about survival horror in the survival horror episode. We talked about fighting characters maybe once because when you do bring us to something, it's to something completely off topic.
You know what's really funny? I feel like when I'm the host, Ellie just runs the show the entire
She
time.
does. She totally does. You host 2 episodes at that point.
I just do the intro and then Ellie outros, and I'm always like, "That's cool.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll try to not do that as much.
That's good. Okay, thank you.
The
I'll
fun-
outro this one."
The fun parts about episodes with me are that I have poo brain. So I'll be like, all right, here's the theme, and then we'll have a really good topic, so I'll start thinking of jokes for that topic and puns for that topic, and I forget what the theme is, and then we're here.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, Aiden usually is like, yeah, I don't know, I've got like this thing and this, and I'm like, how about this thing, Aiden? And Aiden's like, yeah, and then like Parker's like, I've got an idea. We should talk about this now, and I'm like, all right, cool. And then I'm like, hey Parker, maybe we should talk about it. He goes, actually, hey Ella Darby, how you do you do a thing? And we're like, yeah, sure Parker, we do some stuff sometimes. And they're like, do we want to talk about fighting games? We should talk about Clock Tower now? And I'm like, I mean,
Can you
sure,
just
Parker.
one more time? Can you do an impression of me one more time?
All right. Whose is this?
That's not me.
No, you
That's
just
some
use it
random
constantly.
Do you want to hear
English man
my
I stole.
impression of Parker?
Yeah. For those of you who don't know, Aiden made a visual joke. He got about a foot shorter and held his arms out as if he was fat.
Oh.
That
It was Goblin. It was Goblin arms.
Oh my god! Are you serious?
I love
You have something you need to tell me.
I love
No, I was roasting you really hard.
Parker, I'd like the record to show I was not calling you fat.
Hey, Darby. If you had to choose between taking any fighting character from any fighting game
your podcast.
and putting it into a fighting game in which they would just steamroll everyone, what character would it be and which game would it be?
I would choose left foot.
I see. Limb dice joke.
So I want everyone to know that
You two
Aiden,
missed me rolling
Aiden
it.
walked halfway across the room, got up on the couch, and rolled it on a shelving unit so that you wouldn't be able to hear it, and they didn't notice it at all. I kept my mouth shut this long, but I'm like,
Oh, the fact that we don't have a camera is so upsetting.
it did make me laugh a lot, but the fact that they didn't notice makes me a little bit upset.
Yeah. It was so obvious.
So Aiden's fighting character is left foot. Darby, fighting character to a fighting game.
We know what character. We know I love the Blanka.
But what game would you put?
Why
them
did you
in?
just
Him
sound
in?
like the ant at
Wait,
every
does it have
barbecue?
to be a character from a different fighting game? Or can it be any character?
Any character from anywhere ever.
Any character ever into a fighting game, and what fighting game would it be where you think they would just steamroll everyone?
Oh, this opens a lot of things up.
All right, in that case, I'll go to someone who's more prepared.
Okay.
Parker.
John
Parker being
Mulaney.
prepared?
Okay.
Right.
What did Parker say?
John Mulaney.
Into what?
Into what fighting game?
Who is John Mulaney steamrolling?
No.
This tall, lanky
John
man in a
Mulaney
suit.
into dive kick.
Okay.
He's so long! He has an
very
advantage!
That makes you a bigger target. Not
He's
at
got
all
bigger
an
legs.
advantage.
Does that mean that he jumps higher, kicks longer, runs
Yeah.
faster?
You don't run and dive kick.
Oh,
You just jump.
maybe I've
You
never.
You
played.
don't
Never-
just
I don't
jump.
think you've ever
You
played
jump
dive
and
kick.
dive and kick, Parker.
Jump, dive, kick.
Dive kick.
So, Ellie, what character would you put into a fighting game?
Do you say frying game?
Ellie, what character would you put into a fighting
Tiamat,
Who?
The D&D god.
the D&D god Tiamat. It's a 5-headed dragon. With
Teo.
each one of the dragon heads is a different color of dragon, and I'm pretty sure every character in every fighting game ever would get steamrolled by Tiamat.
Do you have a character?
I feel like, well, actually, that's an interesting question. Aiden, you know what happens when we open the floor up to like any character from a fighting game not getting steamrolled? Would
Sure.
Superman body Tiamat?
I don't know. Superman's ridiculous.
True.
OP.
Yeah,
Superman is OP.
He is OP.
But the thing is that like Harley Quinn can body Superman in that game.
Okay, so are we talking
Well, I mean,
about?
like, obviously.
Are we talking about in fighting game standards?
Yeah.
Well then, yeah, it depends on who's controlling, because then either one could win or lose.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, I've seen Justin play fighting games actually.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Because that's
Is it Justin versus Justin?
ooh.
Because then it's just a matter of which character is an S tier character. Which one was developed better?
If it's
when
Justin
making
versus-
the game.
This actually brings me to something that I would like to hear your guys' opinions on. What's the weirdest Smash Brother characters?
The Wii lady.
Is
The Wii
is
Sports
the
lady.
Wii Fit trainer? But Solid Snake is in Smash Brothers. Solid Snake can like suplex Isabelle from Animal Crossing. Like can just bah, and
Yeah,
slam a small. What is she a poodle? What is Isabelle?
Is she a poodle?
I still can't get over. I still can't get over Darby going the wee lady.
Because, like,
We Fit trainer.
why?
Thank you.
Why is...
I think it's the Mii's.
I mean, okay.
That's a pretty good. Just like whoever made the dude who makes Smash Brothers, who like puts his heart and soul into it, whose name I cannot remember for the life of me right now.
I also what the hell?
Yeah. He doesn't sleep. He just works on Smash Brothers. His whole life is Smash Brothers.
He lives in his office.
Yeah, he's like the most dedicated dude, and I can't remember his name, and that's a shame right now. However,
His name's a shame.
no, God. But
He's been doing
that
this all
dude was
episode.
like, let me make a bunch of really well balanced Smash Brothers characters. Also, let everyone have self-insert OCs.
Yes.
You know what? Actually, do you know who I think is the weirdest character in Smash Brothers? Bayonetta.
That's a really good point as well.
She is way too sexy to be in Smash Brothers.
Alright.
Even if Zelda. Oh, I can't say that.
Yeah, I feel like you watch your step wherever you're walking right now.
Okay, there was a Twitter post and someone slowed down the frame rate on Zelda attacking, and she got that.
No, do not. Yeah, Yeah, we love the over-sexualization of female characters in any platform ever.
No.
I missed what Parker said because I was looking up what kind of animal Isabella is. Um,
What animal is Isabella? Would you mind telling us?
yeah. She's a kindly Shih Tzu.
Nice.
Oh, that's really cute. It's cute.
Yeah, which makes sense. She's cute.
Yeah.
really cute.
She's
Anyway,
cute.
yeah,
We're not going back.
No.
She
Man,
can
that
just
was my
get
answer.
body slammed by like you can have Ganondorf. You can have Captain Falcon. Falcon punch Isabella in the face into the void. Like, why they decided to put your like secretary from Animal Crossing New Leaf into a fighting
To be
game?
fair, it's also very unrealistic. Like, Ganondorf can get shoved into a tiny house.
What?
Isabella's finisher.
Isabella's finisher? She shoves you into a tiny house?
Yeah, and then a bunch of Tom Nooks build on top of it and they explode.
A bunch of Tom Nooks.
What? Wait, do you mean Tom Nook and his very, very like well characterized family?
Yeah.
Do you remember their names?
I
Not well characterized enough.
want to say that one of them was
The Nooks.
Timmy, but I feel like that's wrong.
Tim, John, and Tom. There you go.
No, it wasn't. It was.
But yeah, Bayonetta should not be in that. I mean, I like that Bayonetta is in that game.
Here,
She's a great female character,
in
but
Tom Nook's children's name were.
It's a really good impression of the Animal Crossing animal noises.
Thank you. So, more importantly, I should say, what's your first fighting game? And not just everyone here in the garage, but hey, listening audience, tell us in the comments below what your first fighting game was. And always be sure to like, comment, and share this whole podcast around because it really helps us out. For me, the first fighting game I can remember playing was the first Super Smash Brothers. No, I'm wrong. It was Mortal Kombat. Like I said, on the Sega. Played Mortal Kombat in like where you had like what was it, like 8 characters to choose from?
which game?
The first one?
Mortal Kombat 1?
Mhm.
6.
It was something small. It was like a
Very
little
small.
block.
Yeah, pretty much. For me, this is actually a really good memory that just I unarchived in my brain. There used to be an arcade in one of the cities close to us that had a giant cabinet, and this was like in 05 of Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
I've played Marvel vs. Capcom 2 on an arcade game.
It's so good. I remember being like 5 years old, looking at being like 3 feet off the ground, and like having to reach up to hit the buttons. And from there, I just fell in love with fighting games for years.
What about you guys?
I have no idea.
Oh.
Probably one of the games you said.
Okay.
Probably.
I mean, the first one that I played for like a while was Super Street Fighter. So.
All right.
I have no idea what like the first video game I ever played was.
Really?
We're out of time.
All right. Well, with that being said, thank you for listening to another episode of Garagecast. We appreciate really anyone who listens. Remember that if you do share our episode, we will shout you out on the next. We appreciate everyone that does listen. Do you
I
have
would
something
not
to
say
on
we'll
this?
shout you out on the next. We'll shout you out eventually
Okay, we'll shout you out eventually. That works
because we film these in advance.
for me. Do we have someone we can shout out?
We do, which is what I was just saying. Thank you to Valak Donahue, Andrew Crawford, and Sharky
Hey!
for sharing our
And
podcast.
also Ludo.
And also Ludo, my lovely mom. We appreciate all of you.
You guys are all sweet.
This list is one day gonna hopefully get too long to say all of them, and we'll have to change up the thing. But for now, all you gotta do is share, and we'll give you that great shout out.
That's that sweet, sweet shout out.
Yeah.
So, with that being said,
Wait. Is this your podcast?
I did literally tell somebody about Garagecast, and they were like, "Oh, it's cool. You did the art for a podcast." I was like, "Oh, it's the one that me and my friends do," and they went, "This is your podcast?"
Jinx. And with that being said, Ellie.
There we go.
Thank you, Miss Crystal.